Razzleberry Buttermilk Custard Pie. This comes to us on page 108 of Sugar Butter Flour, the official Waitress pie book, under the section Custard and Cream Pies. My house is currently undergoing a fruit fly infestation, so I thought it was appropriate to make a fruit pie, but not exactly. It's more like a custard pie with a fruit infusion topped off with fresh fruit. It is mainly a buttermilk pie first and foremost, even all the way down to a buttermilk short crust pastry. Starting with 1 1/4 cup of flour, a tablespoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt. Whisk to combine. Work into this 4 tablespoons of chilled butter that's been cut up into little bits, and the same 1/4 cup of vegetable shortening. And just work it in until everything is crumbly. Now I'm using 2 butter knives to work this in, but you could use a pastry blender or a food processor if you have one. Work into this 4 tablespoons of buttermilk. Make sure that the buttermilk is cold and very well shaken, because if it's not, it tends to settle at the bottom. Turn the mixture out onto a sheet of plastic, and we pack it in. Chill this for a half hour. Turn out the pastry. This feels familiar. No sticking allowed! Now remember, into the pie pan we are pinching, not forcing. Make sure to trim and crimp as necessary. Chill this for a half hour so that the fats solidify. Blind bake the pie shell. Leave the pie shell on a wire rack to cool, and we're gonna work on the filling. Starting with the whites of 2 eggies. Save the yolks. Beat them on low speed till frothy. Then on high speed to soft peaks. Boss! In a separate bowl, cream together 6 tablespoons of softened butter and a cup of sugar on high speed. Butter go butter! Beat in the egg yolks, looking kind of like yesterday's scrambled eggs. Beat into this 3 tablespoons of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of raspberry vinegar. This was the raspberry infusion that I was talking about. So how I made this stuff was I took a cup of raspberries and mixed it into a syrup made from 1 cup of distilled white vinegar and 2.5 tablespoons of white sugar. And then I let them infuse together for 2 days and strained them through cheesecloth. And now you know how to make raspberry vinegar at home. You're welcome. Slowly add in 1 cup of shaken buttermilk. Do this on very low speed. Start by folding in 1/3 of the whites into the batter, and then the rest. Now during the folding process, this batter is just gonna look like a curdled mess, but that's okay. The more you fold it in, the smoother it's gonna get. And be careful not to overmix. You will deflate the custard. Pour the fluffy custard into the pie shell, and bake it at 350 for 45 minutes. Be sure to check it with a toothpick. While the pie is cooling, we're gonna make the whipped cream. In a chilled bowl, we are going to whip together a half a cup each of heavy cream and buttermilk, and 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar on high speed. Boss! The bake on this custard looks absolutely gorgeous. We pour the whipped cream over top. Smooth top! You got the wrong man for this job, Jenna. Dot the pie with 3 severe, unadulterated cups of fresh raspberries. I'm using red raspberries, but nobody's stopping you from using yellow, black, or even a combination of the 3. Wait. The fruit flies are already trying to go near it. I encourage you to leave in the comments any suggestions for fruit fly traps that I can put in my house, because oh my gosh, by golly, this is ridiculous. 'Tis the season. Dust the raspberries in powdered sugar. You see, folks, it's snowing. This is a seasonal recipe. And there you have it. Razzleberry Buttermilk Custard Pie. Hoo-wee! One of the most gorgeous slices of pie you ever did see. So much so the flies want a bit of this too. Woo! Oh yeah, this is killer. The custard is nice and gooey, it's creamy, the raspberries give it a zing, and the raspberry vinegar gives it a tartness that doesn't make this pie very sickly sweet. I think if you served this pie at a holiday party, it would be a hit. And you can make that a guarantee by clicking the link in the description to get your own copy of Sugar Butter Flour, the official Waitress pie book. Thank you so much for watching Waitress Wednesday today, and I will see you in the next one.